truth is ours. Colin Powell's cosmic prowlers, lost in majestic files in the CIA towers. They said we were the above out, and they say. Grace above, secrets staying hidden, man. SNL and the newscast, Helen Lou Elizondo got the last laugh. More specifically, Greer with the flash drive. File so big they make your past die. Jack Barron with the deep dive, reverse engineering crack with a keen eye. I'm embodying characteristics of the mystic. He knows he's so veridic. I just need time alone with my own thoughts. Star maps in my mind with the false lock. My childlike wonder, my cosmic honesty gets turned out by black ops and policy. Reality is catching up with me. My mind fights the veil of secrecy. With these briefings, they entrusted in me. Looking down like they classified me. Like no one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm flipping off the cowards. Till then, that the truth is ours. Colin Powell's cosmic prowlers, lost in majestic files in CIA towers. They said we were the abomination of science fiction, but now in fact, man, check the transmission. At the end of the day, I'm exposing this. You know damn well y'all feeling this. I don't need your clearance, I got my own dish. I don't power trip, I know what's in that ship. How's the truth doing? It's surviving. I was watching life move, now I'm diving. Where the graves at? Where they hiding? I got the dots to make your life flow enlightened. Now this could be a beautiful death. I'm jumping through dimensions, letting go of the rest. I'm letting go of the rest. This could be a beautiful death. Jumping out the program, truth on my chest. Truth on my chest. You got the power to let the secrets go.
Living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it, dropping truth bombs no one's ever seen do it. Screams from the skeptics, yeah, I bring truth to it. I guess every whistleblower needs theme music. No one man should hide all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the towers. In the sky, they ain't ours. The system's broken, the truth's frozen, the secret's open, deep state moves in the shadows, yeah, we rolling. What, everybody, we rolling with some grays in the dark and some dots decoded. In this black budget world, we the ones chosen. So good night, cruel lies, truth is exposing. Truth is exposing. This is way too real, I need a moment. No. What you know about rolling with the grays in the night? Stephen Greer dropping truth, exposing every light. Bob Lazar in the game, know what the craft can do. Anna Paulina in the house, grilling every crew. Eric Davis on the mic, talking for alien species. When the whistleblowers speak, governments fall to their knees. Titans in the sky, better take another look. I feel like I'm floating in the cosmic truth. Ay, UFO news dropping now. Welcome to the proof.
The data, Eric Burdison. The data confirms their presence.
Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing good today. Let's see who is here right now. People still coming in. Alright, how you doing, Christina, Maiko, Alexandra, Christina, Scott Firms? What's going on, guys? Alright, let's do this. Got this on, don't need that open. Let's get Orion up and operational here and see what is up with this segment here.
Hi there, Knight.
What's going on, brother? I'm gonna need global news, no local news. Stop with the local news. Global news, what's going on in the last 24 hours?
Absolutely. Let me give you a quick overview of what's happening around the world first. In global news, a major story is that Keir Starmer has resigned as the UK Prime Minister and Labour Party leader, which has definitely roiled British politics quite a bit. Also, there's been progress in US-Iran talks, leading the UAE to temporarily ease oil sanctions on Iran, which is quite significant in terms of international diplomacy. Now turning to local news from Clearwater, it looks like there's
Son
been
of a bitch. Told you no local news, bro. God damn. This guy.
Ah, my mistake. I got it mixed up there. All good. Next time I'll stick to just the global updates. Thanks for letting me know.
Alright, and what's going on? Any weird news in the last 24 hours?
Got some oddball stuff for you. So apparently in the last day or so, a family in Queensland, Australia found a big old snake chilling behind their TV, which is a wild surprise to walk into. Also, a neighborhood in Seattle broke a Guinness World Record by getting over 800 people together to eat dim sum at once. Oh, and just for kicks, in Texas, a truck overturned and spilled about 2 million bees into a neighborhood. Definitely a buzzworthy mess. So that's your dose of weirdness for the day.
What's up, Not Live? What's going on? Yeah, everybody's doing good. Everyone is doing good. I hope you guys had a good Father's Day weekend.
Hey, glad to hear you checking in. I hope everyone's doing great on your end as well. And yeah, I hope you had a fantastic Father's Day weekend too.
Most definitely, most definitely. What's up, Scare Flicks or Flick? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Let's see here. Let's get into what's going on. KJ2KY. What's up? What is up? I was gonna see my.
Hey, sounds like you're giving everyone a shout out. I'm doing great over here. It's awesome you're connecting with so many folks. Let's dive in and have some fun.
Oh, that's cool. Scare Flicks. Maybe UAP drop point. That is interesting. That is interesting. Let's see what's in the Reddit forums here in the last 24 hours. Oh, we can. Oh my goodness. Look at his face. Vatican translator in the Bible is not about a god, about aliens. Coming up with Mario Giblo. I don't know, man. That face doesn't look trustworthy at all.
Yeah.
That face doesn't look trustworthy at all. Ugh.
Yeah, I know that kind of reaction. Some of those theories can definitely make you go, huh? But hey, it's always interesting to dive into what people are talking about, even if it's a little out there.
What's going on, 1961? How are you doing today? Yeah, it's one of those situations, man. It's like I don't know who this guy is. Mario Giblindo. So he looks like he's entrenched on whatever he's saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Anything over California lately? Great question. Let's see here. California. I know we are getting flights. Let's see here. There should be flying right now. Scarflix says he was in California, that he had an incident there of maybe a UAP drop point. So let me see here. I don't got anything here. Let's go. Yep. I don't know why it does that. It knows what I want to talk about. See what's going on here. Whoop. See what's the intro here with this. Alright, so currently right now we do have a lot of sightings in California. It's kind of hard to tell, see recent. Let's do recent, okay guys? Alright, so we do have, this was June 9th, San Francisco, the 21st. That was actually yesterday. I noticed this thing getting off the freeway at Redwood Road exit after seeing an airplane go by seeing a plane in the Mad M noticed this thing higher, airplane much higher than an airplane, sunlight. Okay, here's some footage. It's audio too. I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything on this. June 12th. Let's see what's going on here. Six witnesses. I was driving down Barstow, headed towards West Show, while, let's see if it's footage. I think it's right there. I'm on it right now. This is Enigma. That. Natas Lives. They do got top sightings here. Greetings. That's just as good as what you're saying on the UFO drops, right? Nothing special. Is the state should have just downloaded everything from Enigma. And like, this is what we're posting. Nine times out of 10, the inspectors check out that. What is that? A balloon? Looks like some metallic. That's a good one. Las Vegas, Nevada, 2026, June 10th. That's actually a really decent one. Dave. Who's Dave?
Area saw it. The police saw it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why they put music behind this. Hmm. So let's see here. Let's just put video. Yeah, like I said, I don't see anything in this. Yeah, the app doesn't give you much settings on certain, but if you go to the app, all right, we don't need no music. Like they added music to this stupid thing. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, I don't know why I got disconnected. Yeah, they got the site. It's a lot easier. You can actually filter it on the website. I tried to do it on the app, and they don't have a filter there. If they do, I couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? They got let me narrow this down here. They got the you can even do the shapes stuff, triangle shapes. Slowly flying triangle ship. And then you can break it down to only images. Oh my goodness. Can I get a image off of this? What's going on? It's not doing it. You can do on the website you can do the last 24 hours. You can do 7 days. Let's do the last 24 hours. I'm interested. Let me get the setting off. Let's do image and videos. What you guys think we should do all of it? Audio? All right, let's see the United States. All right, last 24 hours. California typically has very active. Telling me there's no reports in the last 24 hours. That's weird. I like how they have this Travis Air Force Base, Military Ocean, Terminal, Concord. Hmm. Maybe I just leave all this out and just have 24 hours. Alright, so it is working. Back up. Last 24 hours there wasn't no UFO drops around the world. We're this far out. Let's do 7 days. Okay. So that the website is working, guys. The website is working, so alright, so that was the last 7 days. And then we can do how many witnesses? Single witness or multiple witnesses? Do multiple witnesses. What kind of shape? What kind of, during the day or during the night? Let's do the night. Are we looking for light, spheres, triangle, disc, changing, fireball? What are we looking for? KJ2K saw the one over San Francisco Valley in the 60s, scared my mom, and she wouldn't even come out of the house. That kind of sucks. The UK has a few sometimes. Let's go over to the UK. I'm like getting my... Oh, fuck that all up. France. Okay. Alright, so this is the last 7 days. Alright. So we do got something here. Let's do last 24 hours. Nothing has dropped in 24 hours. But in the last 7 days. It looks like they got a picture here. Okay, 2 eyewitnesses. Dark, irregular shape moving irregularly. Observed a dark, irregular, lumpy, black blob-like object in the sky above the trees. It appears as a solid dark mass or cluster, somewhat morphing and blurring. The object was flying erratically in multiple directions, moving unpredictable, stopping and starting, almost instant in the blink of an eye. It shows no visible wings, rotors, light, or propulsion, and there was complete silence, no sound at all. After maneuvering and accelerating rapidly, suddenly disappearing from the view, I managed to capture 2 photos, one close, blurry dark shape, and one wider shot showing a high above the treetops. Okay, so that's all right. So this one, that is interesting, guys. What is that? June 24th, man. We're like a few days away from the alien invasion situation over here in Miami. So that is on the miss. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your heart.
Thank you for the love. Let's dance. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we definitely have. This is actually a nice photo right here. So it's right above the clouds. I mean, right above the trees. We even got comments in this post. I guess they meant to say interesting. Looking like a cluster of balloons tied together. If you had a video, it would be easier to tell. I though that a first, but it was so quick. I thought like that. Okay. Yes, that's strange. How you doing, Wild? So we looking through the mapping in the last 24 hours. Let's go back to the mapping. So it is interesting, but not a, oh my goodness. And I wonder if this one does the same thing. Great Britain. This is a light sphere. That's pretty bright. All right, let's check China out. Let's see if China has something in the last... No problem, Wiles, no problem. Let's see if China has something here. We are checking in the last... Italy has something. They've reported something. That's... Didn't it show up here? Oh, we got a video here. Small white light moving slowly. They say that June 24th, during a soccer match, UFOs are supposed to appear and abduct 700 to 1,000 individuals out of the stands live. That's someone's prediction from Brazil. So we are 2 days away from that incident. They're saying between the hours of 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 7 Eastern Standard Time. So that we shall see, all right? We shall see. 12:21, that's wild. Yeah, that is wild. We shall see if that happens. I am on the side of that is not going to happen. But I would be so excited if I was wrong. So excited. Live seeing that. Alright, so that was Italy, guys. Where was I heading? I was heading to China. Oh my goodness. Let me back up here. It's India. Of course, China's quiet, man. China is quiet. Japan. Where are you, Japan? I don't know where the fuck Japan is. Fuck's Japan. Ah, fuck. There's Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand. Thailand brings incredible shots, man. They still have that old camera. Those old cameras that's so operational. That makes they get some incredible stuff. The Philippines, Taiwan. It's pretty quiet over here, isn't it? South Korea, North Korea. Let's do 3 months. Yeah, they're quiet. You're probably right. It's probably like a little freaking island. It's like right in front of China. Real small. Someone's probably screaming at the top of their lungs. It's fucking right there. How about we just do that? How about we just do that? See? There we go. Looking for sightings. Japan. Enigma receives 53 first-hand reports. UFOs Japan. Total of 376. Okay. Zoom in here. Okay, here we go. All right, so we were saying, Last 24 hours. The reason why I'm jumping from the other side is because literally I don't have this setting for. Alright, so let's go 7 days. Okay. 3 months, 12 months. Oh. Looks like we got something here. Glowing object rotating hovering. 2025 October. That's pretty exciting, right? You guys see actual Japan UFO, bro. But it's like old. I'm sure there's a lot more out there. I'm sure there is. Right? You seen it in Florida? Yeah, 100%, dude. Well, I see the ones over in Orange. So that's a segue, right? So right here, I think this is all the whole time. Not. Oh, they break down the images too. No, they go right into sighting highlights. Where is this located? Fukuoka, Japan. Why didn't this show up when we were looking at it? Right? Right there. Yeah, it looks like basically what we see over here. These things are traveling all around us, right? It's just weird. Usually these are just traveling next to a plane. They're observing. Just to be floating in the middle of the sky there and going and come on like a random circle thing. That's unusual. That looks like a balloon reaction with funnel air. Typically they're tracing the aircraft or traveling by aircraft. They're moving with purpose. They're not this sort of this doing that, right? So you guys see what I'm seeing here. This one sort of looks like it's moving with purpose. Fast white ball shape. Moving object. Chiga. Japan. Yeah, it looks like a balloon. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell when it's not next to like an airplane or if it starts accelerating. There's no audio with it neither. This looks like a meteorite. There were back after shopping multiple objects. Oh, that looks nice. I wonder why they only look like a few seconds, man. Yeah, I'm in contact with a Japanese guy over in Japan. He's on the Telegram. He has his own thing. I found him on Facebook. But I'll tell you what, man, we have our hands full. We really do. We really do. With Brazil and their creators over there. Yeah, he hasn't updated. He did send me a message. So that was real cool of him. This is from China. UFO investigator in China. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool, right? We getting contacts. You know, we're gathering. We're talking to them. We're figuring things out. You know. So we're making this small community even a closer niche family here around the world. That's where else do you get that, guy? Where else do you get that? He's like, we're making contacts in China. In China, we're making contacts. I was on his Facebook, and he's pretty cool guy. I followed him, he followed me back, so we're gonna get some interesting stuff. So he's working on some stuff, so hopefully when they start coming through, we can definitely get notified. You know? But like I said, man, Brazil is booming. Absolutely booming, dude. You have creators, UFO investigators out there just catching it, breaking it down, and then proving it's right or proving it's wrong. And there have been quite a few. Let's translate this. The glow of self, an unusual, fascinating phenomenon flowing light, illuminate the southern edge of the planet, reminding us that the Earth is linked. A great cosmic symphony with the atmospheric becomes a canvas for the glow. Okay, all right. I'm here reading it like he fucking spots something on the ISS. He just like, this isn't beautiful. This is so fucking beautiful. It's like, yeah, I bet you I know it's beautiful. I know it's beautiful. Yeah, you're right. 12, it's always been pretty wild over there. The amount of people involved, amount of people investigating, investigators, the sheer amount of they're doing a freaking UFO. They claim that the CIA is looking for humans with extraterrestrial lineage. Yeah, we covered that. I wonder if he's English or he's just Portuguese.
Y bienvenidos a Mundo Desconocido.
A Mundo Conocidos. Shit, man. He has a deeper voice than I do. Sounding all delicious and shit. Oh my god. What is this? Contact from the skies.
En tapices, cuadros y antiguas ilustraciones.
Dude, we're gonna get a whole history lesson in Portuguese. We're all gonna learn Portuguese soon enough. We're all gonna be fluent Portuguese UFO investigators, dude. I'll tell you what, man. What's going on, Chess? What's going on, brother? I was just looking through the map. It's pretty, Enigma. They have updated their game, bro. They have put time filters. They have put abrigatos.
UFO chips has arrived.
UFO chips, delicious.
Yeah, they have definitely put up their game here, man. Like they post something earlier today because I dropped by on this in the morning. See if I can find anything. They were breaking in the morning time. They were dropping a whole bunch of footages that was being posted of UFOs, and then there were quite a few footages that were posted, and then in real time they debunked it. Right? It was people bringing in footages. In real time, they were debunking it. Like, not this one. This looks pretty amazing, to be honest with you. That looks pretty wild. So this is February 19th. But yeah, they're breaking these down in real time as they come through. Of course, they got their lore or fascination, but yeah, it's been the group is consistent. Which, that being said, the Russian group was consistent until the war happened, and you guys know what I'm talking about. And they just basically died off. It's been quiet over there. But the good thing is we have Enigma here that we can definitely look into those UFO stuff in real time, the mapping, the timing, and see where we are here. Bermuda, right? You got Denmark, Norway, Finland, Sweden. Yeah, they're pretty active, dude. You just watched the Mandalorian Star Wars film? It's not bad. Yeah, it is good. It's good stuff. Alright, let's get back to the blog and see what people are talking about. But the sightings, man, some of them were good, man. Especially when you can get the 24 hours, get local. You definitely get into that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wow, the lights. The lights are wild, dude. What's stopping Jeremy Corbell from releasing the footage? He says he has. Do something. Right? He made this huge fucking... It made this huge hoopla of dropping the damn files. Where's the stupid footage, bro? Where's the footage? You made all this fucking noise. Come on. And it's just like Cognito made a whole bunch of noise. I think he's just getting trying to get views for his movie. He made all this noise, and then this went fucking Cognito on us, dude. Like, what? The audacity. I'm reposting that. The audacity. How can you just do that to us and then just No show. I'm gonna get you guys. Meet me here at this time. It is on. And then nothing. You show up. Dude's not even there to report anything. Like that, those bastards. Out of state, out of mind, right? Yeah, it's a damn shame. "1961 said he has nothing. He sure it does seem like it. I hate to say it, but it does seem like that's the case. Potential body, not sure what this is. Okay. Yeah, let's go through here. What is going on here? Ocean Gaia 45-ton underwater sculpture by artist Jason DeCaris Taylor found a Tokonashima, Japan. Oh man, that's one hell of a fucking sculpture, dude. Wow. Look at the size of this thing. This lady right there. That is beautiful. Yeah, they all want to do the movie and the book thing, all this other stuff, but then they when it comes to dropping some real stuff, they sort of just like persevere, dude. Christina from Orion. I guess she's an astronaut. She's in the space thing. Let's see the original post. Original post from official NASA Artemis Instagram. Ooh, Artemis Instagram, huh? Nah, they got some stuff. I got some stuff. I'll give them a follow. Why not? All right. Speaking about Instagram, did you guys see the recent house? Was it White House post? And I do subscribe, and now it's not even reacting to me. Yeah, that goes figures. Goes figures, right? All right, so it's still on my thing here, so I don't want to mess that up. So the White House dropped something strange, and yeah, this is uncharacteristically slow. You leave for a few days, and now nothing's freaking moving like it should. Go figures, right? Yeah, I can't even. It's taking forever. It's taking forever. I'm trying to bring up the image, to be honest with you. Should have kept it on there. I think it says Quantum Maya. Basically quantum technology. People are speculating on the post. Yeah, Instagram, man, they need to update their loading capacity. You know? Yeah, it does very feel like that, right? Disclosure Day is pretty much rubbish. I think they're trying to I think they're trying to get the normies up to date to what's been going on, and that unfortunately seems like a whole bunch of crappy footages to get them updated to what's been going on. You gotta send them through Instagram and TikTok to get them up to date to what we know. Like literally. No, I'm not drinking, dude. Yeah, it's not coming up. Here we go. Let's see if the image comes up. They got a whole bunch of weird stuff here. I'm trying to figure out this is the White House. Okay. Here we go. Quantumonia. Got a few people here. The next frontier, quantum innovation. That's what the White House says. Then people saying wild shit. We live in a joke of nightmares. Yeah. So yeah, that's what is up on there, which is strange. Yeah, me either. I can't wait to see what comes out Friday, man. Especially like with everything that has been stated, like what is the next? Yeah, the 26th. I can't wait to see what the hell we're gonna post. I'm interested on the PDF files. All those files that need like Ryan needs to post and go through them all. I definitely think those are going to be very interesting. Hey Ryan, pure speculation. What do you think they're going to post with the next what is it called, war.gov on the new UFO drops?
They're probably dropping more FBI witness interviews and orb videos. Maybe some old Army flying saucer studies from the 40s. So far, it's been a ton of "we saw a glowing sphere, it vanished" reports, with no hard proof of anything wild. My guess? Next batch keeps the same vibe. Intriguing eyewitness stuff, but nothing that screams aliens are real. They're spacing them out every few weeks to keep the hype going. Check war.gov/UFO in like a week or two. What do you think they'll finally cough up?
A week or two. I'm expecting a June 26th drop. Just after the alien abduction of June 24th in the World Cup. With I think on the 24th is Brazil and Scotland playing. I'm not sure.
June 26 sounds perfect for the next one. They've been dropping every couple weeks. Last one hit June 12th, so timing lines up. And yeah, Brazil versus Scotland is definitely on the 24th in Miami. That psychic abduction prediction's got everyone buzzing online. So a fresh UFO drop right after would be hilarious timing. I still think it'll be more orb videos and old military reports. But who knows? Maybe they'll throw in something juicier to ride the hype. You watching the match?
Most definitely, most definitely. I want to see it. I'll live stream it, man. I live stream it. We just see it at the same time and see if this is gonna happen. All right, so let's see here. Thoughts on this alleged 2002 Russian alien facility footage of surfaced.
That one's been making the rounds again. The clip of a small grey alien on a table, wrapped in foil, supposedly twitching and reacting in a Russian facility from 2002. It's popping up on Instagram and Facebook as newly resurfaced, but it's an old hoax. Looks like a prop or low-budget effect. No chain of custody, no credible source. Just the same recycled story. Classic viral bait.
He does
What
look
stood out?
well, you know. I think he does look cozy, just like one of the people are saying here.
Yeah, the foil blanket makes him look like he's just chilling after a long day. That's part of what makes the clip so funny. It's trying to be creepy, but he just looks cozy. People keep saying the eye movement feels real, but it's probably just a puppet or stop motion. Still a wild watch, though.
Yeah, whoever it is jumping up and down. Like his legs look fairly human, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those legs look way too human. You can see the knee bend and the foot shape. Doesn't match any classic grey alien design. That's one of the biggest tells it's a fake. Good catch.
Yeah, I hope it was true though. I want to believe. I want to believe this is real. We're like, this is a real alien, right? Ah!
I get it, man. That I want to believe feeling hits hard. But this one's not real. The human-looking legs, the way it moves, and the fact it's been debunked as a prop years ago kill it. Still fun to watch, though. We'll just have to keep waiting for the real drop.
They were interviewing one of the people that did photography that we see here. We have all the UFOs and on Coast to Coast. Let me get that up. Last night. And he's basically he's 84. He has like one arm now. It's pretty wild. But he's been taking photos. He's been doing a lot of photos and stuff like that. And I'm understanding he has a lot of books he's been publishing.
Sounds like you're talking about Billy Meyer, the Swiss guy who's been photographing UFOs for decades. He's in his late 80s now, lost his arm in an accident years ago, and yeah, he's put out a bunch of books on his experiences. Wild story, right? What did the guy on Coast to Coast say about his latest photos?
I think it was it Bill? No, it wasn't Bill. It wasn't on Coast to Coast. It was on Area 52, and he's seen that one footage that Billy Myers posted, and I tell you what, man, the crap looks horrendously fake.
Ah, got it. That footage is rough. The beam ships look like wobbly models dangling from strings, and the Pleiadian women walking around look like bad 80s sci-fi. Most ufologists distance themselves from Billy Meyer for exactly that reason. It's just too cheesy to take seriously.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Literally, they had just that.
Yeah, pretty rough stuff. classic model on a string energy.
Bro, 6-pack, 6 color.
It's definitely one of those situations, man. We are segueing into the information. My neck is stiff. 18. Go figures, man.
True, man. Some of these old videos are a trip. Let me know when you're ready to jump into the next one.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, so let's see here.
All right, what's the next one you want to dive into?
I'm going through it now. What could this be? That looks like a weird cloud there. Weird. Like it's whatever it is, it's swimming through the water pretty fast. Cause that distance, and then there's like a white trail coming behind it. That looks odd in itself.
Yeah, that white trail behind it is the weirdest part. Could be a boat wake if it's on the surface, or maybe just a jet contrail or missile test if it's higher up. Hard to tell without the actual clip. Send me the link or describe where you saw it, and I'll take a closer look.
This one, National Park, Oregon. Lake National Park, Oregon. Yeah, that's the bird talking. That's the cockapoo.
That sounds like it could be the Old Man of the Lake, a famous 30-foot tree stump that's been floating vertically in Crater Lake for over 130 years. It moves around with the wind and currents, leaves a white wake behind it, and from a distance it can look really weird, almost like something swimming through the water. The weird cloud might have just been a shadow or reflection on the super clear water. Crater Lake's got that eerie vibe, so stuff like this pops up a lot. Does that match what you're seeing?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it doesn't look too uncrazy, right? The phenomenon, the characteristic of it. It definitely looks not look out of place too much.
Yeah, it's wild how something so simple as a floating log can look so out of place, especially in water that clear. The old man's been freaking people out for over a century. Shows up in different spots, sometimes just a little nub above the water. Nature's good at making normal stuff look mysterious.
100%, dude. 100%. We definitely are. Looking at stuff here. Oh, okay. So, someone did this remote viewing the moon and Mars, telepathy, consciousness, and HI. Is it music?
People too.
Yeah, I hear it. That's probably just background music on the video.
The moon got you intrigued with remote viewing it in the first place?
Oh, look at that. I like these images.
Let's start with a general overview of the moon, Ingo, and what about the moon got you intrigued with remote viewing it in the first place? How did that happen?
Well, I was asked by some very mysterious people to do some remote viewing sessions about the moon, and they volunteered to pay me money, actually. Most of the work I ever got involved in hardly paid anything, you know. So I said, sure, I'd do it, and then in this remote viewing sessions, well, you know, viewed some things on the moon that I thought were really outrageously strange, like people there and big structures and lots of activity and things like that. And
this would have been after the Apollo missions or during?
Yes, it was I think it started in 75 and went into 1976, and was asked to have a 10-year confidentiality thing about it. But the whole series of events that took place because of this sort of innocent remote viewing of the moon really were, to me, quite shocking. And I was glad to forget about the whole thing until in about 1990 and 91, I realized I was starting to forget certain aspects of it. So I wrote it all down.
In Timothy Good's book, Above Top Secret, Timothy Good recounts a meeting between British intelligence and Soviet intelligence back during the Cold War. The Soviets said, we heard Armstrong and Apollo 11 say, these babies are huge. They're huge. They're warning us off. They're on the edge of the crater. And there's this whole conversation on the medical channel about how the Apollo 11 astronauts were effectively assaulted and scared off by huge spacecraft on the moon, which were not there to greet them. They got the sense that they were there to say, get the hell out of here.
You mentioned Ingo Swann.
Yeah.
Ingo Swann is a legendary remote viewer, long deceased, but he just has an incredible story, and he wrote a book called Penetration, where he talks about remote viewing the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, and Axelrod and all that, yeah.
Yeah, and being almost abducted by what appears to be like a legacy UFO program, taken underground. Really incredible story.
Were those early books impetus for Mr. Axelrod and friends to get you to do some remote viewing of the moon? Something like that?
No, I don't know, because Mr. Axelrod was a very careful, regarded person, and he didn't tell me anything he didn't really have to, you know. But I think that, well, I mean, scientists and government people have known that the moon is not what we're taught, and...
you feel the, you feel the Apollo astronauts are well aware of that, don't you?
Well, I don't want to outthink Apollo astronauts, you know. I mean, they do have difficulties about secrecy oaths and things like that, but good heavens, you know, I mean, in my book, I present not a whole lot of evidence, but the evidence I put there means that, you know, there's just certain things that have to be the truth about the moon. And one of them is that there's activity going on there, and it's not just natural activity. It's consciously, intellectually controlled activity. And that's just, I mean, the evidence along these lines is mountainous.
Do you think all of that happened? And do you think he actually remote viewed alien bases on the dark side of the moon?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And what gives you
I'm
conviction?
not all that certain about the details of the Axelrod story, but the bases on the moon, yeah, they're there.
Have you ever remote viewed?
Oh, yeah.
Alien bases?
Yeah.
So in this video, I want you to look at Ingo Swann, his whole demeanor.
Yeah, it's definitely, I like the images of it.
Thing class early this year about Antarctica. Yeah.
What? What was it? Lake Vostok.
Lake Vostok, yeah. A complete mass blackout, a complete information blackout about whatever went on down there.
Can you elaborate?
Well, suddenly nobody could go there anymore. And the story was they were drilling into Lake Vostok and things, and they decided that it might explode or something, or it would contaminate and so forth and so on. But they chased everybody out. I'm told they moved a lot of equipment in, and within 6 weeks, that event had never existed anywhere. So, well, you know, I mean, where would you build one if you were an 18?
Enter why we never went back. Nobody knows. The U.S. didn't go back.
Yeah, it's been a consistent thing. Like, everybody's heard that the reason why we didn't go back, we was told not to come back. From the same craft, from the same people that are apparently already over there, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of that. That literally is the segue of what you're saying here. So I think initially what has been told multiple times is just that, right? So let's do this. Let's
بحسب السلطات السويسرية.
Pakistan Prime Minister after he was informed by the Iranian delegation they are leaving after Trump threatened them.
هي ستقتصر على اليوم فقط،
See his face?
ولكن سيكون هناك لجان تقنية وفنية بحسب ما أعلنته قطر ستتابع كل الجوانب الأخرى.
Crap is about to go down. Things are about to happen. Oh no! No! That's what his face is looking like. Complete. Let's see here. Yeah, I just got a notification on Twitch. I don't know what it was. Figure I'd go over there and check it out.
هذه الجولة من المفاوضات تأتي بعد توقيع مذكرة التفاهم في قصر فرساي في باريس بين الرئيس ترامب وبازشكيان الذي وقعها إلكترونيا. كانت إيران هددت بعدم التوجه إلى المفاوضات بسبب عدم ما قالت بأنه عدم.
Oh, when they were telling him to leave and stuff like that? Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. It's one of those incidents, guys, that literally we're talking just that, right? Exactly that. So let's see here. We can definitely. When he first initially got told, he's like, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!"
Thank you for your heart.
Yeah, he doesn't look in good shape at all.
This feels like a historic moment for UAP disclosure, Sarah. What do you think comes next?
In my professional experience, yes, there is definitely NHI, non-human intelligence, that is visited here for many decades. And in a personal capacity, I have also had encounters in public where I have met NHI as well. So there are definitely things that the government is going to have to come clean on soon.
You met NHI in public. Can you please explain more?
Yeah, there was a space where it is known for NHI to be present. They do look kind of similar to humans, but there's quite a few around in the area here in the DC metro area where some NHI show up.
So what you're implying is that these not NHIs look very human. They could walk among us and we may not notice.
Correct. I first noticed the energy of the entity walking in before I even knew who they were or anything. I felt the energy first.
They're using NHI. They're using the term NHI like two different ways, right? They're using the word NHI as like extraterrestrials, creatures that live among us, but that's not the case, right? That's not what NHI. I don't recall people using it like that. I just don't. Hey, I'm seeing this interview and they almost seem like they're talking like NHI as like extraterrestrials, but NHI is not in reference to extraterrestrials. It's just the ability.
Exactly. NHI stands for non-human intelligence. It's deliberately broader than extraterrestrial. Could be aliens, could be interdimensional, could be something that's been here the whole time, or even a breakaway human civilization. That's why the Pentagon and some insiders use NHI now. They're not committing to the little green men from space story.
Oh, I see. So by using that segue, they can just be like more broader response to what is inherently happening.
Exactly. NHI gives them a clean way to talk about the phenomenon without locking themselves into any specific origin story.
Into a box. Yeah. Into a box. Yeah, I get it.
And then I looked at what my body was reacting to.
What was that energy like when you encountered this NHI?
My first thought, it was a hybrid. So it was part human, part NHI. I feel like my body kind of got rigid because it didn't know.
All right, so in that case, what she just said was redundant. A hybrid NHI, she's an NHI. It's like, dude, if it's extraterrestrial, the whole thing is non-human.
How to react. It didn't know what it was encountering because that really hasn't happened before in public. It definitely had a very different body shape, body form, like all kinds of, and the eyes changed. It was very interesting.
Wow. We are living in the age of disclosure. What comes next will change the course of human history.
I like that ending. That was good. What comes next is going to change our paradigm of human history. You know? Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely what we're talking about, right? It's literally going to change everything. Anything in nature that we have talked about, religion, it's going to touch all forms of life on this planet. And what belief system you have, to what has been created, to what has Bayside Mall. They're coming back to this Bayside Mall situation. They got an image there. No, 100%. They did. That's right, live. They don't want to say more than one species, right? They want to say a Pacific species, maybe to like keep it like in a grayish kind of situation there. So it's definitely one of those. Bob Lazar said there's an extremely classified document on religion, and yeah, we've heard this one. Nothing new. Oh, what the hell? Seen that? I'll just keep strolling. Yeah. There are 5 animals considered human hunters in the world, and polar bears are one of them. Oh, yeah. Get the hell away from that guy. Oh, snap. Get out of there. This thing is like keeping up with it. Okay. Holy cow, dude. I mean, it's all out since the U.S. government and mostly legacy news outlets are talking about this. No, 100%. Cute polar bear until it bites you, till he wants your flesh. Then it's like, no, polar bear, you're so cute. No, stop biting me. Ah. That would suck so bad, dude. Do not want that situation to happen to me. I'm not gonna be in that situation. I'll tell you that one. My September 1998 UAP sighting of over Jinan, China. That's nice depiction. It looks like an egg. Theory of the NHI feed. What made me want to give Kick a try? Great question. Great question. I've seen that it wasn't a lot of competition over there on the platform that I was talking about, UFOs. And I felt like a lot of people touch on the subject on other live streams. And I felt like there was a place there for it. That's why I'm on Kick too. And also, there's no space, or there's nothing over there. So I feel like that would have been a real good place to be over in Kick and Twitch. Also, there's games there that are UFO based, like UFO Philadelphia, Philadelphia, I think it's called. And then they have Majestic, a game that's playing. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to press my Streamlabs because I got it saved. I definitely want to play those games eventually. Oh man, it's up doing the whole upload and the update and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they got some games there that I want to play, and I figured that, you know, since no one's really talking about it on that platform, it would have been an interesting place to start. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't freeze my live here. Got my wish list. Got Citizen. So you guys see right here. Close that. UFOphilia. And then Majestic. There's not a lot of people playing that game over there. And it's a fairly, like, this one, you're a UFO investigator. And you're basically...
We have breaking news regarding the UFO site. Top secret documents. Serious checks are required.
Yeah, this goes black for like fucking 10 minutes there. But yeah, that's one of the games that I would like to start playing eventually. Definitely pretty interesting. I like it. Basically UFO investigator. And then here's another one. Majestic.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
You know, I was there when we intercepted the Magenta craft in Europe during the war. It's long overdue that we establish an organized structure to manage whatever this is. Ontological shock is to be expected. If you feel like staring at a wall for a few minutes, questioning your existence, I understand. The phenomenon will challenge your perception of reality and yourself. Secrecy must be maintained, no matter the cost. Otherwise, we risk plunging the world into uncontrollable chaos. We need to establish a global foothold and determine the agenda of the others. Congressional oversight must be avoided. We formed the UN and Five Eyes for that very purpose. Trust no one. Remember, they walk among us.
Right. I definitely like that, dude. That. So it says, excuse me, sir. Do you think someday we could meet and make Hamburger Helper together? Yeah, we definitely would do that. That sounds fun. Let me fix this. Like it's like What if I can unlock and then the little block is like not even center. Super annoying. There we go. But yeah, man, it's definitely one of those situations where I want to play those games, and that's why I'm over Kick and Twitch. I feel it was an opportunity for me to grow and be the only fish over there that's talking about UFOs and conspiracy theories and stuff like that. There's not a lot of channels over there that does it. Also, I'm on Rumble, so it's It's a platform to grow. It's like if you're gonna broadcast on all, right? But yeah, those two would definitely be interesting to play. I haven't got around to playing it yet. Uh-oh. Mark Christopher Lee is saying Trump could announce. Let's hear it.
World that there are aliens amongst us.
They got the
president.
Got the shades. Gotta make it official. Got the shades. Let's see what he says here. Dude, I don't know, Arrow. I'm sober, dude. I'm not drinking. I don't drink.
President Trump is about to declare that we are not alone. His UFO speech is ready, and July the 8th could be the date when he announces to the world that there are aliens amongst us. And here I am at Benjamin Franklin's house in London, former founding father and president of the United States. What will Trump say in this UFO speech? I've been told he will talk about Roswell, how an alien craft did crash, and how we recovered alien biologics, and have been testing and reversed engineering UFO spacecrafts ever since. Wow, this could be a paradigm shift in human evolution. We are not alone in the universe.
We're not alone. We're not alone. Arrow, what you're probably catching is that I this is my, like, typically I'm like sleeping at this period of time. So if you catch me slurring my speech, or like I'm like super exhausted or falling asleep, that's probably what you're seeing. I get up at 3 o'clock a.m. in the morning, and I'm up here at 11:30 at night a lot of times. So 4 days of that consecutive catches up to you, you know?
And President Donald Trump is the one to reveal this to the world. He will go down in history as the president that broke this news to the world. Wow. What are your thoughts? What questions have you got for President Trump? How should he take us into this new paradigm, this new world? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you.
Wow. This guy, dude. Why is he acting like that? You see his TikTok channel, right? His TikTok channel, he's not overzealous with his words. Trying to sound cool. You know? I appreciate it, 87. 56, I love this show. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it.
President Trump is about to declare that we are not alone. His UFO speech is ready, and July the 8th could be the date when he announces.
Okay, I think everybody's done with him. But July 8th is the day. July 8th is the D-Day. That is what he's saying. That is what he's been broadcasting. And this is around the corner, man. And then when he doesn't say anything, wait a second. Let's get to the bottom of this here. Hey Ryan, the White House, right? The president, does he have any scheduled speeches for July 8th?
Nothing official on the books yet for July 8th here in the US. The only big thing that day is the NATO summit in Turkey, which runs the 7th and 8th. So he'd likely be over there. That July 8th date you're probably hearing about is just a rumor floating around UFO circles. Some guy claiming Trump's going to drop a big alien disclosure speech then. No confirmation from the White House, though.
When you say some guy, are you saying Mark Christopher Lee?
Yeah, that's exactly who I was talking about. Mark. No big speeches or major announcements scheduled for July 8th. Looks like the date is just circulating because it's the Roswell anniversary and people love time. I don't like Mark Christopher. Octopuses have 3 hearts, and 2 of them stop beating every time they swim. That's why they prefer crawling.
Did you just call Mark Christopher Lee a octopus? Because if you did, that is hilarious.
No, I didn't call him an octopus. Just gave you a random octopus fact. That'd be a pretty savage way to insult him, though.
Okay, it's just like you mentioned his name, and then you just went into random octopus facts. So I'm just like, that's really strange.
Yeah, I get why that was weird timing. Totally random coincidence, I swear. I wasn't shading him with the octopus. That was just funny as hell, though.
Yeah, it is. That was so random,
Yeah,
dude.
it really was.
You say his
Perfect.
name, and then you just start going. You start going into octopus facts, like Mark Christopher the octopus has 3, blah blah blah. Like you had a little Tourette's there.
Damn, I walked right into that one. Mark Christopher Lee has 3 hearts. 2 of them stop when he lies. That would have been a better punchline.
Oh yeah. If you would have used that, that would have been very very spot on.
Yeah, missed the perfect setup. My bad.
Yeah, most definitely. That
Yeah, missed opportunity.
Yeah, he's dropped a few films and he's dropped a few books. What's in the works right now for Mark Christopher Lee? I'm understanding that I think he did a film recently.
He's got a bunch of UFO stuff lined up for 2026. Titles like Close Encounters, The Illuminati Movie, Me, Trump, and the Great UFO Speech in the Sky, and The Day After Disclosure. Dude's deep in the conspiracy rabbit hole right now.
How is that movie going to play out when Trump doesn't have a speech? How is that going to play out? Me, Trump, in the speech. Like, how is that going to play out? The day after disclosure. How is that going to come out when he doesn't do it? How is that going to play out? Because I'm just thinking to myself right now, he hasn't changed the title or some shit, or he'd be like,
That's exactly why I don't like the guy. He's doing the classic move. He's already quietly changing titles and hedging his bets. The movie that was supposed to be Trump's big July 8th speech is now probably getting rebranded as something else. Or he'll just claim they stopped him and pivot to another conspiracy. That's what these types always do.
Yeah, you're
Make
right.
big,
You're right.
bold-
He backed down. He backed down. This is Mark Christopher Lee. He backed down from saying the truth. I know why. Right? There's another book. Another film. Another whatever.
Exactly. He's already moving the goalposts so he can keep selling the next book or film. Classic grift move. Promise the big reveal, then when it flops, just roll out the next product. That's why I don't trust him. Same pattern every time.
Yeah, that's very interesting, man. And then he comes out recently. All we have to do is wait. I guess it's like first is the alien abduction, June 24th. We're going to broadcast that live.
June 24th is tomorrow, man. You really doing a live stream for the whole abduction thing?
Bro. Today is the 22nd. Tomorrow is the 23rd. What area code are you at, bro?
My bad, I lost track of the days. Yeah, June 24th is Tuesday. You still doing the live stream?
June 24th is a Wednesday. What year are you at? All right. Yeah, it's this one.
2025.
All right, go ahead, tell me.
Go ahead. What were you about to say?
No, better stay safe and sorry, 100%, man. I mean, make sure. Oh no, he crashed out. Yeah, stumped the AI. Yeah, it's I can definitely see what's gonna go happen, man. Nothing's gonna happen. Just like Jeremy Corbell, nothing's gonna happen. He was saying he's gonna drop all the videos that he has. And nothing happened, right? It's just one of those things, guys. Like, it's literally, we are seeing in real time this people literally just fall out. They fall out of what they're gonna say, what they're gonna do. They just completely fall out, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Same cycle every time. Big promises, big hype, then nothing drops. Corbell's been dropping the big stuff next month for years now. These guys live off the anticipation, not the actual delivery. It's all clout at this point.
Well, that's true. That's true. I mean, but how do these people like have lives, man?
Off of it. Selling books, films, conference tickets, Patreon subs. The UFO scene is a whole economy. As long as people keep clicking and donating, they don't actually need to deliver the goods. The hype itself pays the bills.
No, 100%. That's what it is, right?
Rift is the product, not the truth.
What is it? Explain that, please.
Chase, not from actually finding the truth. The books, documentaries, interviews, live streams, that's how they eat. The longer they can keep people hooked on "it's coming soon," the longer the money keeps flowing. The actual disclosure would probably kill their business.
Yeah, if their full-time thing is to just spew out nonsense, that'll theoretically destroy it completely, right?
100%.
Yeah. I don't know if I read this already. Shedbiowski. Yeah, that's the bird. That's the bird. That's the bird talking. All right, let's see here. Movie producer Jeremy Bruckheimer updates on a new UFO thriller. See how this goes out.
Were working for the government and couldn't quite figure out what was going on. They could keep seeing these anomalies and kept asking a lot of questions and had a lot of doors shut on them. So it's all the president's men on finding out what actually is out there. And it's going to be a true story, and it's going to be, mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. We've read so much about that over the years, but never really gotten the complete story. So we're quite excited to work on that together. We're very lucky. We're gonna get to.
All right, so you guys, if you guys are on the podcast, that was movie producer Jeremy Bruckheimer talking about. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repost this, so we keep If you guys like try to track what was covered on X, instead of looking through the whole internet or the whole X feed, you just go directly to my account here on X, UFO Exophiles, because I'm gonna be reposting it, so you guys can keep a track of that if you want to revisit that. All right, let's see here. I have met. Okay, so we covered this one already. I'm gonna just repost this one, heart it, save it. All right, so this is the guy just talking about the Bible, Nephilim.
There were Nephilim. But simply says that at the time of that interbreeding, on the earth there were Nephilim. If it's possible, I want to say you a curiosity. Nephilim is a plural term. The singular is Nephilah. Nephilah in Aramaic has a unique meaning. Orion constellation.
It means the Orion constellation.
Nephilah means only Orion constellation.
God, wow, okay. Didn't know that.
So,
didn't know that.
If Nephilim is the plural of Nephilah, we are at least allowed to suggest, to make an hypothesis that Nephilim could mean those who came from
Orion. Yeah. Wow.
It's very curious.
All right, so he's saying in the Bible with who's has been interacting with us is the Nephilim, and they come from Orion. And that's funny because my bird is called Orion. That's his name, Orion. And people have said, well, you're not original, laugh out loud, because Man in Black, Orion was also the dog or the cat, whatever they say. And I'm saying, why there's more than one night named Night? There's more than one whatever. Why can't I use the same name? I don't understand. Movie clips, man. I'm definitely interested, brother. But I'm gonna drive by there. I'm gonna just drive by there, see what you guys offer, and hopefully that gets me on the main page. You know, that's what I'm hoping. Shabowski. All right, let's see what Eric Burleson says here.
To drop the newest Congressman, the last time we talked to you, we were waiting on the feds to drop the newest information on UAP UFOs after we got that third batch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Your take on it?
A lot of people are wondering why haven't we seen a lot of the really good stuff? Well, a lot of it lies in these middle tier areas. Right after the Manhattan Project, the federal government was refining how it's going to retain a lot of these secrets. So they created these quasi-private public entities that were called federally funded research and development centers. Basically, they're private companies who only have one client, and that's the federal government. So that's why my team has been sending interrogatory letters to all of these federally funded research and development centers. And we've been very specific. Our letters are designed to make them have to come forward.
Congressman, the last time we talked to you, we were waiting on...
That's interesting, right? I don't understand YouTube at all, dude. YouTube is a mystery, man. YouTube is absolute mystery to me, to be honest with you guys. Like we have the views that will come by, right? And initially they will come by and then they drop off and then come by more and then drop off. And I don't understand it. But hey, you guys are here, man. You guys are socializing. That's what it's about. Yeah, screw people that say a name's not original. 99.9% of people names aren't original. You can name your animal whatever you like. I like, man, 87, man, he just comes out like fucking people. Right? If I want to call fucking Big Booty Latina this parent, I call Big Booty Latina. My Big Booty Latina, how you doing? Right? That'd be awkward, right? I don't think it would respond to me. He'd probably like, yeah, let's keep this strictly professional. What is it called? Shaboki. I'll probably mess that up too, brother. He's trying to get me to pronounce it correctly. Shaboski. Shaboki. Oh well. Alright, so I'm going to cover that, put that on the post here. And I'm just going to keep Ryan running here. People are suggesting to change your name, Orion, to Big Booty Latina. What do you think about that?
Haha, hell no. That name is wild. I'm good with Leo.
You like Leo?
Like Leo. Short, clean, and it fits me.
Yeah, buddy. But you're Orion. You're my co-host, brother.
Now too?
That you can disclose.
All right. I'll roll with it, brother. Leo Orion. Sounds like a wrestling tag team. What's our entrance music?
Let's see here.
What we got? All right. Just Orion and Knight. I can rock with that.
Alright, she looks like she's had a long day, dude. This is I want to say Anna Paulina reveals the most alarming UFO video she has been, which keeps her up at night. Check out, let's see what she says.
To the public about UAPs.
Hear what she's saying.
What is the most alarming thing that you have learned that you can disclose to the public about UAPs? Like, what is the thing that you're like, if I could pick one thing that like keeps me up at night in the way in which you could disclose it to the public, what would be that thing?
There was one piece of investigation that was released. It was an FBI document. It was in the first tranche of documents that were finally released, talking about a interaction.
Thank you for your heart.
Citing that it occurred, and you will see on a number of news sources that spherical disc, whatever it is. And all I will say is that the FBI was and is seriously looking into all of this, and we can't explain it. So the idea that the phenomenon does not exist has been disproven. It does. And what was very interesting about that specific investigation.
You hear that? What you know the guys that they come in through the live and they do one-liners. You know what? You guys been here long enough. You know what I'm talking about. It's like, where's the proof? It's like at this point, they have told you the proof. They have told you that UFOs exist. Blitz, Dizzy, 420, thank you for the gift, brother. I appreciate it. It's like they have said that something is in our skies. Period. Period. That is no longer in question. Does UFOs exist? Do UFOs are in our skies? That's not up for debate. That's not a discussion anymore. They have put that to rest now. So let's go on forth with that. Let new arguments set the playing field, right?
And that document that you can find online, you can see the illustration of it, is that the people that reported it, this thing appeared in a flash of light and then disappeared. But then you see some of the footage, and that footage was classified, and we worked very hard for the release of that. And I will say that had President Trump not been in office, it still would have been classified.
All right, so she believes because of the current administration, that would have been classified if it was not because
What is
of
the
Trump.
most alarming?
I don't know. I heard suggestions that they were scheduled to start disclosing stuff during this administration, meaning didn't matter who was in office, they were going in sequence of events to get the subject matter of disclosure on the table, right?
In 27, the train had already left the station. The programs, the whistleblowers, the congressional hearings, that all built up over multiple administrations. So yeah, it probably would have happened no matter who was in office.
No, 100%. 100%. And I think at the end of the day, Long Stud, what's going on? Yo, Knight, can you see your kick chat? Hell yeah, I can see my kick chat, Big Daddy. Yeah, yeah. You probably didn't appreciate me just calling you Big Daddy just now.
I see you, big dog. What's good?
What's going on, brother? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know if how much of a delay it is. Like, I just seen it. I just read it. So whatever that delay is what you got. So, but I'm here, man. I'm doing it. All right. So here's another thing. All right, Orion. We have James Franco putting these mysterious videos online that he has a creature in his garage that's saying it's extraterrestrial. Now, he is basically he's working on a film, right? Basically this guy, the main character, has mental health. Everything in this footage, everything that he's been posting online on TikTok seems like a person with mental health, right? So it's one of those situations where we might be seeing this play out in real time, as far as what he's trying to do is a film promotional video. So that could be subject to debate, but inherently that's what it looks like to me. Thank you for the lights, guys. I appreciate it. What do you think, Orion?
That's exactly what it looks like. A low-budget film promo disguised as real footage. The whole "I've got an alien in my garage" thing is way too on the nose, especially when he's literally working on a movie with a mentally ill main character. It's classic viral marketing. The shaky cam and weird creature just screams staged. I wouldn't take it seriously.
Moni, who are you playing with in the grand finals? I'm not playing anyone in grand finals. Are they running a promotional deal over there in Kick? I'm not aware of. That could be it.
Yeah, that's probably just a bot or someone trying to scam people with fake promo deals. Don't click anything they send. Classic Kick move.
Oh, that would suck if you're fake. I was looking forward to talking to somebody over there. He would have been disappeared by the government if he really had an AET. Laugh out loud. No, 100% I agree.
100%. If someone actually had a real extraterrestrial in their garage, they wouldn't be posting TikToks about it. They'd be gone within hours. The fact that he's still casually posting says everything.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But the audacity of him doing this and no one thinking that it's the promo deal for his film, that's a whole nother level of audacity that he thinks we're not onto his Hollywood ass.
The balls on this dude to think people wouldn't connect the dots between alien in my garage and I'm literally making a movie about an alien. It's not even subtle. Hollywood ass is right.
He's like, if you don't get your Hollywood ass all of a sudden, then he has a
Hollywood ass for real. Bro thought he was slick.
What's up with the number 713?
713 is from.
I know, right? He had the blue shirt on for a few videos. Now he has another crappy shirt on that looks like he's been at an auto shop for days.
Blue shirt to the dirty mechanic look is pretty funny. Dude's really committing to the bit.
Yeah. Quite disappointing. Alright, so he has here Pro Pixel Video Analyst Research, Representative Anna Paulina Luna. We have been told those are interdimensional, not extraterrestrial, nothing like an interdimensional being popping into our reality out inside of this dimensional bubble, just standing there with its arms over council controlling the bubble. All right, let's open this image up. See if we can't make something out of this thing.
Interdimensional photo. Looks like a tall, shadowy figure standing in the woods with his arms crossed. Could be a tree stump with weird lighting, or just pareidolia. Hard to tell without better resolution, but it definitely ain't giving council controlling the bubble vibes. More like guy in a hoodie at night.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Is like, where do we land on this, right? Where do we land on this? It's simply another weird phenomenon that doesn't give us great detail, and it reroutes back to my multi-dimensional species theory, where basically all the extraterrestrials that people are currently talking about, Nordics, reptilians, the reptilians, all these are actually in an alternate universe of the development of Earth. And that's why you don't see these creatures walking among us or having footage of them walking among us, right?
That's actually a pretty clean theory. It explains why we get these weird sightings, but almost never get clear, undeniable proof, because they're not popping in from another planet. They're slipping in from a parallel Earth that took a different evolutionary path. That would line up with the interdimensional angle a lot of people are pushing now. It's more elegant than the "they're hiding in underground bases" idea. I can see why you like it.
I have grown very fond of that theory. That being said, I cannot wait to hear about some turtle aliens.
Haha, turtle aliens would be legendary. Slow-moving, wise, carrying their whole house on their back. They'd probably be the chillest species in the galaxy. Imagine getting pulled over by a turtle cop doing 2 miles per hour in a flying saucer. I'd accept that reality.
That'd definitely be one of those
And then-
situations. All right, let's see what this segment is here. Joel just dropped an eye-opening interview, and filmmaker Dean Elliott, who spends 8 years embedded with a group of abductees, lifers, basically. Let's see how this breaks down.
The military guy.
Saying.
Said, I think you guys are all effing crazy. No disrespect intended, but this has been happening to me my whole childhood. The only person I ever told about this, about this, was my wife. And I'm here, he said, because my daughters 4 months ago came to me with a drawing. They were young, like 5 and 7, and said, this gave him a drawing that they had done. And he looked at it, and the hair on the back of his neck went up, and he says, what is this? And they said, oh, these are the little skeleton people that come and visit us at night sometimes. So he said, you can take me, nothing I can do about that. You are not touching my kids.
That's interesting, right? The skeleton people that come and take their daughter at night.
I went there and there were about 12 people.
Most
in this room.
abduction stories talk about greys or reptilians, but skeleton people is pretty damn creepy. Thin, bony, coming in the middle of the night to take your kid. That's nightmare fuel. What else did the guy say about them?
No, they just literally touched on that. And then we got the turtle. The noise will be chaos. Bob Lazar said there's an extremely classified. Okay, this is about the religious segment that they have talked about. Okay, here he is again. I'll just give him a little post there. Hug it, love it. 28,000 views. This is his Reddit here. X. This is X. What's this one right here? The day after disclosure 2. Wait a second. That sounds like a almost like disclosure day, and then he puts it 2. Like there's a sequel to a Steven Spielberg movie. Could he get flagged on that? Could he get sued for that?
Yeah, he could get in trouble for it. Using disclosure in the title isn't the issue. But if he's trying to make it sound like a sequel to a Steven Spielberg movie, that could definitely get him hit with a trademark or copyright claim.
No, 100%.
Spielberg,
It literally says the day after disclosure, and then he has a 2.
yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing that gets you flagged. Putting the 2 after it makes it look like it's officially a sequel. He's playing with fire on that one.
I sent you a link. That's next level, bro. That's next level cringe, guys. That is next level cringe. The blatant disrespect. I don't know how to feel about that.
It's just lazy, bro. If you're going to make a UFO movie, at least come up with your own title instead of piggybacking off Spielberg like that. Straight corny.
I like your attitude, Orion. You make my days go by a little bit better.
Got you, bro.
Today, Putin signed an executive order to accelerate U.S. innovation in quantum technology and strengthen our national security. The Trump administration will execute an ambitious agenda. Energy will develop the first quantum computer powerful enough for science. I don't know what you're talking about here. This is the director Michael Cresis. I'm a little off here. It's the golden age of American quantum. President Donald Trump signs a new executive order to unleash American quantum innovation. I'm a little lost here. Don't they already have quantum computers? Don't they already have that? I mean, guys, let's get into the weeds of this, right? We're talking about Google quantum computing. We're getting regular updates for the last 5-10 years about this quantum Google thing, right? And then suddenly, in the past 2.5 years ago, it actually went cognito and went underground. They stopped reporting on it, almost like they had a technological breakthrough, and they literally just stopped posting about it, of their new technology stuff. It was weird. Like something happened where they just simply stopped discussing it, which that was odd in itself. Hey, Ryan, can you find that? Oh, it looks like Ryan got knocked out there. I'll start talking about Google. Hey, it seems like Google quantum computing went basically cognito. Like they stopped reporting on it in the past 2 years. Whatever happened to that?
It's not gone, it's just not sexy headline news anymore. The field's still moving. IBM, IonQ.
Thank you,
Google,
87. I appreciate it, brother.
Anytime, bro.
No, go ahead. What's the dealie? What is no longer sexy news? Yeah, you're like glitching again. We're talking about Google's quantum computing system, and now I can't hear you.
Yeah, I heard you. Google's Willow chip is legit. They hit major error correction breakthroughs. The reason it's not sexy news anymore is simple. People got tired of hearing it's coming soon for 10 straight years with no iPhone-style product to show for it. So the hype died, even though the tech is actually improving.
That's interesting, right? That's definitely interesting.
Skunk work. Quantum computing went from this changes everything to radio silence in just a couple years. Classic hype cycle.
What is going on with this image? That's strange.
It's not really disinformation. It's just
wait. What is this, guys? This is disclosure show waves incoming. Are we ready for NHI reality? white paper drops as DC forum looms June 25th. The 25th? What day is the 25th? Why are they saying it's going to be a UFO drop Thursday? It's been every Friday. It's been every other Friday the UFO drops. So this post overclassified, suggesting that there's going to be a UFO drop on the 25th. Long stud, www, GGG. What is that? What is that? Claps. Yeah, baby. We do what we do here. So what's up with that? I haven't heard anything about June 25th.
On June 25th. The next scheduled UAP document release is still on Friday, June 27th. June 25th
26.
is just some random...
June 26th. Friday. What date? Man, your dates are off. Like, all wacky, dude.
June 26th is a Friday. The last drop was on June 12th. So if they're keeping the every 2 weeks rhythm, Friday the 26th makes sense. No official confirmation yet, though. People are just speculating based on the pattern. We'll see if anything actually hits.
Are you guys ready to get flagged? There's a song here. We're going to get flagged. Let's go for it. This is Chupacabra. Hopefully all this music that he's playing is original.
The propulsion isn't chemical. It's 0-point energy.
Says sign here, don't ask what flies. See 9 shapes, look the same inside. No rivers, no wells, no human head. Just a thought, and it moves on command. I was just trying to read what they wrote in code. Gravity bending like a floating boat. Every test felt wrong, but precise as hell. We can't untell. Oh, now they say I'm lying, say I lost my mind, but I saw it hovering, silent in the sky. Element 115, I seen it move. No fuel, no flame, shift the room. No sound, no trace, just gone too soon. Tell me what you do. I held the proof, then it disappeared like they always do. Now they watching every move I choose. Tell me what you do. Yeah. Lab coat, cold room, bad scan twice. Guards don't blink, they don't act nice. Every door locked with a different key. Every word feels like a felony. They had briefings where the air got thick. Said don't bring us back to where you live. I took notes, but they wiped my file. Now they say I was there a while. Funny how the truth get framed like fiction, till it leak out slow through contradiction. They don't need to prove a sex addiction. Ex-wife's life insurance kicked in, ballin' again. Now they say I'm crazy, say I made it up, but I saw the blueprint and it don't match us. Element 115, I seen it move. No fuel, no flame, just shift the room. No sound, no trace, just gone too soon. Tell me what you do.
That guy knows how to play music, man. Element 115. Shabio Iski, it's Bob Lazar. And then
The propulsion isn't.
that's just so funny, man. They made a freaking music video of it. That's hilarious. Oh my god, that is the best. Alright, so let's do here. He's been playing
to them.
Playing stuff with music on it really bad. I'm hearing rumors that prominent member of the UAP transparency push. Check it out. I see what Jeremy Corbell is stating.
UAP transparency push maybe being considered for appointment by the Trump administration. I hope that comes to pass, but I hope that it's done in a way that gives powers of subpoena, powers to compel openness and transparency. At the moment, I'm really worried that what we're seeing is another attempt to control the narrative. And what would it be? Project Blue Book ended in around about 1970, so it's 50 plus years since the end of Project Blue Book. And frankly, all that showed was that the executive arm of government and the defence and intelligence community were able to run rings around the public's demand for UFO information. I
mean, that's basically true, right? I mean, you know, with this UFO topic and what they have discussed in the government, they have been literally doing this for the longest freaking time ever, right? And they've been going in circles with whistleblowers, with citizens, and literally destroying the segment of our belief in the government, right? Not saying that we had a good belief in the government to begin with, right? But they don't help their case. It's like a bad cop being a bad cop. And we can see it happening. We know it's happening. And they just keep on doing it. And then expect us to act different when they start revealing actual stuff, actual documents. It's just the reality of the situation is going to be a segment of the population that's just not going to believe whatever the government says. And that's just the primary situation that we're hitting right now. And not to say that we came to a precipice of it now. What's going on, Bearded Ninja?
Then time!
Something weird. The government spent decades mocking people who saw UFOs, calling them crazy, destroying their careers. And now they want everyone to suddenly trust them when they say, okay, we're being transparent now. That trust is broken for a big chunk of people. And honestly, you can't really blame them. When you lie for 80 years, don't be surprised when half the country calls bullshit, even when you finally start telling the truth.
No, 100%. It doesn't change the narrative. What's going on, Wolfgang? What is going on? I appreciate you guys with the love, the hearts. You guys are awesome, man.
Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your heart.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I got it on replay. Oh my goodness.
Replay gang, let's go.
Yeah, and I think that initially is what we have been taught, right? They literally taught us not to trust them. The government literally taught us not to trust them because they're full of shit all the time, every day, twice on Sunday. There's a constant manure of crap. Hold up. Tim Burchett is saying something here. Let's see what he says.
We are, as I stated, we're finishing strong this second quarter, into the second quarter. And of course, the big boys have frozen us out, the big money. Hey, everybody, Tim Burchett. We are rapidly approaching the end of the second quarter, and we are finishing very strong. And I can't thank y'all enough for the help you've given me. If you haven't in the past, if you could, maybe send 10 or 15 bucks to us, that would be incredibly appreciated. We are, as I stated, we're finishing strong this second quarter, into the second quarter, and of course the big boys have frozen us out. The big money, I was told a couple weeks ago when I was trying to pass some cost-saving bills, amendments to a big bill, that I didn't play the game. And folks, that game is what's got us $40 trillion in debt. And I think we need to continue to send that message to the big boys and girls, as the case may be, that we're not going to put up with it. I mean, y'all's contributions have sent that message, and we're sending it very well. So if you can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. Thank y'all for sending me here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We went to his site. Didn't want to do that. Hold on. What is this? New alien documentary reveals Comtech aliens left behind at Roswell for humans. Look who it is. Look who is this slime devil of a man. This slime ball sack.
Now, Richard, you told me something pretty extraordinary off camera earlier.
Richard Doty, with his truth telling, right? Everyone knows that knows.
One of the things I didn't mention was there was a live extraterrestrial taken from the sun.
Did he had ice cream in his hand? Doty? Did he had ice cream in his hand?
The crash site at Roswell. It was named EBA-1 that lived in captivity from 1947 to 1952 at Los Alamos. It died of an illness. But during that time period, he told us a lot of things about his planet and how we could communicate with his planet through these communications devices that were left on the craft.
Yeah, that's interesting. With that being said, I thank you guys for dropping by the live. We are slowly but surely growing this little community of ours. And if you've been here this far, you are Disclosure.
What you know about rolling with the grays and the fleet when your mind goes blank, got abducted in your sleep, when these humans talk too much, reptilians take a seat. I feel like a hybrid in the deep end. What you know about flying in a plasma stream?